Hey everybody! Since today's my birthday and I'm turning 27 today, I'm gonna be shopping at McKay's in Winston for the first time. So here we are, and my goodness, does it look beautiful! Look at all these puzzles! Wow! And check out all these books down here! There's Bibles, drama, sports, auto repair. Heck, this is basically the IKEA thrift stores. Everything, the kitchen sink included. And right down there is the video game aisle. They even got records down here. And even movies down this way. The first thing I'll be going towards for the first stop is the video games aisle. Look at those comic books. Everything's going well so far. Look at all these movies and video games. It looks so wide. Purple. And look at all these DS games too. Man, I am definitely at a worse loss for words right now. Check out all these DVDs.
I could use this.
The Polar Express for PS2. Back when games tried to compete with Call of Duty. What?
Wait, something not a bad.
My copy of Zelda for that is my exes would probably sell for a lot, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
Good money.
I know. I have to give it back to him.
Green arrow. Have you played Pete?
Is there like a play character or it's maybe the same guys. Yeah, it's Rockstar Games, isn't it? Yeah, I kind of want to get that one for. It's a 9.8. I thought they had how these coming to our castle.
Oh, here's some animal.
Play.
Doesn't have case with it though. If I got it, I would forgot to leave it straight up.
Those are the new ones we got. Yeah, there's like a Tarkio Evangel and even
That's enough.
this game, there's no reason you need to buy this game. Zero reason. It's on Steam.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's no reason you should buy it. I don't think you
All right, we're back. And these are the games I chose for my PlayStation 4 so far, including this movie since I got the game at home. And now we're at the Game Boy Advance section, along with Nintendo 3DS. I'm gonna look through these games, and I'll go get wherever looks the most interesting. And we have Zepper One Wicked Cricket. And a few other of these games. And even more right here. Whoops. Oopsie doodle. Sorry about that. Man, these games look so amazing. So there's Cinderella, there's Gwen, Fierce Schemes, Freddy Must Sing. Okay.
Okay, so this is another thing that I need, which is on PS4. And that's gonna
Games. Alright, I'm gonna pause for a second again, and I'll be right back. And now we are at the children's book section, and I see a lot of amazing books here. And I even got this one right here. I remember seeing this on the show, and I was obsessed about it ever since. For quite some time now. And I also got some DVDs right here. And I'm having a blast right now. And right now I'm choosing which Dr. Seuss books to get, because I'm a huge Dr. Seuss fan. Yeah. Oh.
I want to hit the wrong way. You hit me in. Oh, buddy. I just shot
All right, I'm at the checkout right now, and I'm now purchased for all these cheap knickknacks, and I'm gonna do a McKay's haul when we get home. So we'll be right back after these messages. Well, all right, I'm all done shopping at McKay's, and now I'm heading to the car now. Welcome back, folks. And now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. The big haul. Let's see what's first on the list today. Starting first, CDs and video games and DVDs. First up, The Outer Worlds. Only $19.95. Not a bad deal if you ask me. Next up, Cars 3 Driven to Win. I've recently seen all 3 Cars movies, so I decided to pick this one up. And next up, now this may be cheesy, but I got it because it was more of a guilty pleasure for me. And next up, another guilty pleasure. Could you believe that this was written by the creator of Monk and The Misery Index on TBS? Yeah. I didn't at first, but they got an all-star cast for this one. Okie doke. Like I said at the store, I picked this up because I had the game for my PlayStation 4, and it's over 20 years since this beloved franchise came out. I know I heard people say on the internet, on some movie sites, saying that this movie isn't that good, but I happen to like it, even though I never saw it before, and it looks pretty promising. And here we have Kermit Swamp Years, which I'm a huge fan of the Muppets. And I picked this up because, well, it was a Jim Henson and Muppet movie after all. And next up, Anastasia. You know, I'm surprised Disney Plus hasn't uploaded this movie on their streaming service yet. And I picked this up because I've seen it before, and I liked it a lot. And I knew it was mine when I saw it. And finally, for all of you Spy Kids fans out there, another one of my guilty pleasures. My mom really isn't that crazy about this movie, but I remember watching it at my aunt's house when I was a youngin', and my cousin will get my aunt to say this one line over and over again, and it'll drive me batty, but it sort of grew on me. Next up, video games. First, we have SeaWorld Shamu's Deep Sea Adventures. I picked this up because it was a SeaWorld game. Next up, Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue. Brother Bear which I've seen the movie before, but I would like to again because I just can't help but seeing it numerous times. And I got this game, Larry Boy and the Bad Apple, because I happen to be quite fond of VeggieTales. And I happen to like NFL Blitz, so I ended up getting this. I've played many Need for Speed games before, but not for the Game Boy Advance. So when I saw this, I snatched it up. And seeing I have 3 beautiful dogs to take care of, this is the game I got when they first came to my mind. And I got this motorcycle racing game because it looks pretty awesome. And I've played the original arcade counterparts before, so I ended up getting this. And who could forget the golfing goat on GBA? I picked this up because I like cartoony boxing games. And I got this Pro Surfer game as well because I happen to have a soft spot for surfing. And finally for the GBA lineup, we've got this. I only heard about because it was from the makers of Frogger 2, so I decided to give this a shot. And now, on to the DS games. This happens to be one of my favorite game shows to watch, besides Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, and Let's Make a Deal. So it was a golden opportunity to get this one. And I also got a video game featuring one of my favorite candies of all time. And to be honest, I don't know what kind of game this is, but I'm gonna pop it in soon and see what it looks like. And I've been thinking about this game for a long time, and I finally found it. And that's it for the movies and games. And now on to part 3. Books. Just let me sit on the floor for a second. First up, this book right here meant the world to me when I was growing up. And I'm finally glad to have it back in my possession one more time. I could spend hours and hours reading all the stories that were in here. And it was an important part of my childhood, man. I mean, can you blame me? Now into book 2. I was obsessed with this Saturday morning block growing up too, and I thought it was the best one compared to the other blocks. And my mom loved this show, and so did I. And this is actually based on an episode of this show, which is now available on Disney Plus. And of course, I got this book since the timing is right for today. So I decided to get this just to spoil myself for fun. And I got this since I own the movie. Because you can never go wrong with a Dr. Seuss movie adaptation, now can you? Next up. This book can be a perfect guide for choosing your next pet at a pet store. This is why I got it. It could be a helpful guide to some. Now it's time to zip to my favorite 6-year-old from New York. I got a great steal on this collection right here. I was obsessed with this girl when I was a kid. I even have this one on DVD right here. I happen to watch it every holiday season. And it's a timeless tradition in our household. And finally, last but not least, the pièce de résistance. I recall reading this back when I was in elementary school, and also seeing this on, of course, the show being plugged right here, and another plug, a show on the same network, that show being Between the Lions, which is basically the same as the show in this book, except it's fully animated. And I was obsessed with this book recently, and it's been in my head for a while, and I was shocked to find it here. And to be honest, if they can make many children's books into movies, I highly suggest turning this one into a fully animated feature. Well, that's it. This has been my first ever trip to McKay's and Hall. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I did making this video. So be sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe. And it's your birthday today, then let me take this away for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Anyways, I'm about to lay down soon, so thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to check out my next video, and I will see you around 2023. This is Zane, signing off. Good night, everybody. Take care.